on to all of my Leos out there. Let's get into it. So let's get into this for my Leos. Let's see what you Leos have got. Okay, so you Leos have got the Moon, the Knight of Cups, Five of Wands, Eight of Wands, Eight of Swords, Five of Cups, Three of Swords, the Fool, the Ten of Wands, and the Eight of Pentacles. Okay. So, for you Leos, the Moon, the Knight of Cups, and the Five of Wands. Hold on one second. Yeah, close the door so less noise will come in to the videos, the loop, so or the feedback. But so for you Leos, right? The Moon just kind of represents how a lot of you Leos just kind of want to ultimately just be scarce when it comes to relationships as of right now. Because for the most of these cards, I want to say 2 out of the 10 of these cards really don't, or excuse me, are the only ones that have people on them. That's the Knight of Cups, and that's the Fool. The rest is more of dragons, wands, cups, pentacles, and swords. That's it. They don't even have people on them. So the Moon is about how a lot of you Leos don't want to be with anybody, kind of slowing down from that a little bit, thinking about relationally or relationship-wise, what kind of value has the relationships done for you? Now, Leo is usually ruled by the Sun, but you actually got the Moon, which is about learning how to cool down and reflect and think about what exactly is going on with you, right? Health-wise, relationship-wise, more so relationship-wise than anything else. And kind of making yourself scarce, right? Being scarce as far as not necessarily seen too much. Because the Moon is also a card of like not necessarily stepping out onto the scene a lot when it comes to being seen. The Knight of Cups and the Five of Wands. The Knight of Cups and the Five of Wands represents you kind of realizing that you don't need to be in a relationship right now. Knight of Cups. So you moving away from the relationship scene for a little while. I'm not saying forever. You could potentially just be taking a month or so. It's not even anything too much. You know, you're just reflecting on certain things. And then when you get the answers to the questions that you need, or maybe you may have the answers, but you realize that the answer, that one of the answers is for you to just take a break, rejuvenate yourself, realize that you've been dating a lot and that you may need to slow down. And that's exactly what a lot of you Leos are doing. The Five of Wands. Because another thing too is you've been clashing heads with a lot of people, right? Meaning that a lot of you Leos have been realizing just how many people is out here trying to get a quick buck, trying to, you know what I mean? Trying to get one over, trying to get one on others, trying to get other people to pay for stuff, how much people need handouts. So a lot of you Leos are like, this is too much. You're essentially just going to keep it chill, relaxed, breathe, chill, and you're going to relax for a little bit. The Eight of Wands is about, okay, cool. That's cool. So now it's about you Leos, based upon this reflection, because of the Moon, being real with yourself. Like, look, this is what you need. This is what you want as far as a relationship is concerned. This is what it is that you got to have. And the Eight of Wands is huge breakthroughs, because the Eight of Wands usually represents a person who's talking directly, truthfully to who they are and what they need and what they want, what's going on. And that strong realization of, okay, you're actually not holding back. You really need this. You know, you really need this. You really did have a breakthrough. And then you have the Eight of Swords, setting those boundaries. Because of that newfound truth within yourself, setting those boundaries, right? This could even be a time where, much more vivid dreams. Asking yourself what those dreams mean. You know what they mean. Because a dream, right, which is symbolic of the moon, a dream can also be a complex way of problem solving, an advanced way of problem solving. Yeah? Even more so than the sun. So the Eight of Swords represent, and the Eight of Wands represent, you have the answers. You've called it out. You know what it is that you need to do. But maybe you try to self-doubt, right? And there's certain things as far as relationship wise that you Leos don't necessarily know. Okay, well, maybe you went to sleep and you started to get woken up from your sleep because you realized what it is that you had to do. There's been times where I've been woken up out of my sleep because I realized that I had to do something, or it meant that I needed to do something, right? Yeah, I had to do something. And I know what it meant. I know what the dream meant. Because the dream was in certain cases, it was about problem solving. In certain cases, I ain't even going to say what that was, but something more, something even higher than even that, or something even deeper, even deeper than that. But the point is that part of my sleep was about problem solving. And it's no different for you Leos. A lot of you Leos realize that you got to get rid of the fake individuals. You got to get rid of the fake friends too. Because the fake friends also put a damper on your relationship too. Because they can also be the one stepping in, coming in, talking about this, talking about that, talking about how, oh, why are you hanging out with this Leo for? Da, da, da. Oh, your own family, your own friends, yeah. Because my own friends at one point was doing the same thing. Now all of a sudden, people don't want to hang out. They were so cool. Now all of a sudden, they don't want to hang out anymore. They was like, I don't want to kick it. So the Eight of Swords is creating those boundaries. You can deal with your friends if that's what you want to do, but only a certain amount of times. Then you gotta disappear again. Five of Cups. This is where the grief, and the Three of Swords, the grief comes in. The Fool. Okay, stuff is starting to make sense. Having to learn to let go of the regret from the past, the relationships that didn't necessarily work out. So I'm right. This is what I'm talking about. I'm right. So this is about you Leos having to, like I said, get over the past, reflect, all of that, become someone new, become someone better. The Five of Cups That's regret. The Five of Cups is about regretting, like, oh, I shouldn't have done this. Why did I do that? This is not what I anticipated. It may not have been what it is that you Leos anticipated, but it's what you got, because it's time for you Leos to become better. You know that those so-called friends and you know, and potentially even those people from the past that you dated still around. Some of them, get rid of them. Don't even have them around in your new life. Don't even talk to them. Don't keep their number in your phone at all. Don't do any of that stuff. The Five of Cups, the Three of Swords, the Fool, you know, learn to forget about that. Learn to forget about those, you know, those memories. I ain't gonna say I ain't gonna say learn to forget about those memories. I'll say learn to have them and not have those plague you. How do you do that? You go down memory lane. You go down memory lane, and what you do is you have to remember. You have to remember, and you have to learn to forgive yourself. If you want me to help you do that, if you want me to teach you better or help you do that, contact me for a personal reading or birth chart reading. I can help you do that. The link to my website is in the comment section below. It should be the pinned comment. Check it out. The Three of Swords, the heartbreak that it is that you feel, gotta learn to get past that too. Why? Because of the Fool. Learning how to let go of those things so you can become someone better. Ten of Wands, the successful letting go of that, of those problems with other people, within yourself. The Eight of Pentacles. This is New York. The Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles represents this being a situation for you where learning how to create better boundaries. What maybe you had BS boundaries before, and that you need to recalibrate what you thought were boundaries now, or what you think is boundaries now. This is the hustle and the bustle of the big city, so you're gonna have to excuse all that. But so let's clarify the Fool. Let's clarify the Fool. So a lot of you Leos are making a transformation, and from what I understand, it's not a transformation that's the most easy, but it is a transformation that is necessary, because if you don't transform successfully, you're gonna have to go right back to square one, where the people that you've met, because you're gonna spend some time, get back out there into the dating pool, and the same people that you decided to take a break from are the same people that you'll meet. And you'll be caught up in that karmic cycle of trying to get to know them, seeing certain things isn't necessarily going for you, still dealing with them anyway. To clarify the Fool, Seven of Swords, Two of Cups, the Hanged Man, the Page of Swords. The Seven of Swords, learning how to let go, like I said, of people trying to get one over on you. When they try to get one over on you, they're going to do it more than likely in the form of a relationship, because they think that you're desperate for one. But when you aren't desperate for a relationship, due to this new level of transformation, or this transformation that you'll make, that whole transformation will have you in a situation where when people use the relationship thing to be able to get over, it's not going to work anymore. Hanged Man, Page of Swords, you will know yourself a lot better, and you won't allow people to scapegoat you by trying to get you as a springboard to pay for what it is that they want, pay for their things. And then when you don't do it, they'll try to have you feel bad by telling you lame, and you're this, and you're the loser for this, and you're not worth this and you're not worth that, a lot of you Leos are going to be able to brush that off your shoulders, because you're going to be like, yeah, but you're the one looking for a handout though. So what sense does that make? Let's clarify the Eight of Pentacles. Let's clarify the Eight of Pentacles. Come on, yo. Come on, yo. The Ace of Swords. The Five of Pentacles. The Hierophant. And the Devil. So, yeah. So, to clarify the Eight of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords. Yeah. Five of Pentacles. Yeah, deciding to not stay with them. Knowing how far in a relation, knowing how to say this, knowing how far you will go to try to get somebody. And you'll only chase them to a certain point. Because like I said before, to be in a successful relationship, both people need to chase after each other. Sometimes you need to do the chasing. Sometimes the other person needs to do the chasing. And that's a healthy relationship. It's not supposed to be one person does the chasing all the time. If that's the case, then that's not a real relationship at all. The Hierophant and the Devil represents this being a situation for you where you got to take into consideration what you've got going on. You should have more self-respect. And when you see someone trying to get you to chase and chase and chase, it's not going to work. You have to go into it knowing how far you're willing to go. And if it doesn't work, then they essentially want this. They want you to constantly do the chasing so you can put them up on a pedestal. But that's not going to work well for you Leos anymore, because you Leos are making changes. So that's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. Trying to make this YouTube channel go to 10,000 by the end of June 2023. Please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the notification bell, and set the notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop these videos. Peace.